Hi guys, good afternoon. Hello. So for another segment of our FB Live, so welcome for our FB Live for today. So we're gonna talk about the daily life of a digital marketer. So just waiting for our viewers to come. Hello guys. Hi Kim Oliver. Hello, good afternoon. How are you today, Kim? Hi May. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for watching our live. So we're gonna start after a few minutes. We will just gonna wait a little more so that more people will be able to join us for today's live. All right. Hi. Good afternoon. So a lot of people are coming in already. Hi guys. Hi Eliza Joy. Hello Jenny. Good afternoon, Erica. So I bet you're all excited for today's segment. So again, we will gonna be talking about the daily life of a digital marketer. So we're gonna expect a lot of tips, advices, and even inspirational advices from our guests. So we have invited two gentlemen to join us for today's live. So are you guys excited? So we will just wait a little more so that more people will join us for today's live. Hi, good afternoon, guys. I'm seeing your comments, so don't hesitate to drop your comments. We are all seeing it now. Hi, Abigail. Can you comment down below where are you located so that we will know if we will have someone who's from the province, who's from Manila. So actually, I am from Cavite. So are there any Caviteños there or Manileños? I'm seeing one from Laguna. Hi. Oh, from us. Yeah, hello. Anyone from Calabarzon, Manila, or even any side of the Philippines. Hi, I'm seeing Angeli from Olongapo. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for today. So if it's not too much to ask for, you can share this live so your friends can also view our live for today. So they can also gain knowledge what this digital marketing is. So you can share our live. So please don't hesitate to share our live. Share to your friends. And if you haven't followed us in our social media sites, so you can follow us here on Facebook for more updates and for more lives like this. And also we have Instagram account and also TikTok as well. We are also on TikTok. Hi, I'm seeing someone from Mindoro. Hi, Lignas Jolene. Hope you're having a fine afternoon. All right. So maybe we can start. So again, so for everyone's information, again, you can see that we will be talking about the daily life of a digital marketer. So we have invited two gentlemen to join us for today. So I bet that we will be given tips, advices, and even inspirations from them. So I hope that you are excited to meet them. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you to our first speaker that we have. He is the general manager of PixelRush. And let us all welcome Daniel Page to the stream.
Hey,
Hi,
Ron,
Daniel.
how you going? Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How about you? How was your day
Good.
so far?
Good, thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. And thank you so much as well for accepting our invitation to join us for our today's FB Live. So
Yeah, of
I
course.
believe that our viewers cannot wait any longer for you to
Yeah.
share something about your daily life. So to start, can you share how you start and how you end your day
Yeah, of
as a
course.
digital marketer? All right.
Yeah, absolutely. So to start my day, I always like to prioritize all of the things that I have to do in that day and then schedule it out so that I know what I'm looking at and I have some clear-cut goals and things that I'm going to achieve before I even go into the day, just to make sure that when you're dealing with a lot of different projects and clients and timelines, it's important to always have everything laid out before you get into the day and to tackle it. And then to end the day, I like to clean up my notes from throughout the day and all the tasks that have been added throughout the day, so that when I come in the next morning, that I have a new, fresh, clean slate that I can work with on that day. So that's how I work. But
yeah, actually, that's actually I also do that for my in my end, because it's really important to to know what's your daily task or your goal, so that you will not miss a thing. So for you, what is the most challenging part of your day?
I think the most challenging part would be to do with the schedule is keeping on track and making sure that that I don't let my emails or my chats or phone calls become my new to-do list for the day. So making sure I stick to those elements. And then, of course, the general challenges that come with digital marketing in different ad platforms and such. There's always something new happening or new hurdles that you have to overcome. So there's always a challenge every day.
Yep. So I see that maybe there's a lot of unexpected things that happens in a daily life of a digital marketer. So maybe you have to be ready for that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Yep. So as I've asked, what is the most challenging of part of your day? What is the most fulfilling part of your day?
Yeah. Well, for me personally, the most fulfilling part is finding new efficient ways or faster ways to do things that we do already. So whether that means finding a faster way to build a campaign or to make an improvement on a client's website or something like that, finding new ways every day to make us more efficient so that we can have better results internally and for our clients as well. Because I'm of the opinion if we work faster, then we can get more done and help ourselves and our
Hello. Sorry. I think
okay.
there's an error on my end. So yeah, so can you give our viewers tips or maybe advices to improve themselves, or improve what are you doing to improve yourself or to make yourself better?
Yeah, of course. I think the most important thing is to learn something new every day. If you have that goal in mind that today I'm going to know something I didn't know yesterday, then I think you progress very fast, and you just have to be very strict on that and making sure that you're always trying something new and investigating new ways of doing things, to making sure you're not going to get stuck in the past as such. And I always like to say to our team, if it's going to take you 2 hours to do something now, but it's going to save you 50 hours in the future, then it's worth doing. So that, and then also just to be a sponge, to always be willing to listen to feedback and advice from everyone and anyone, because everyone has something value to give. So it's always important to listen and take that into account and better yourself. So.
Yeah, actually, yes, I believe that actually growth is comes from the feedbacks or the criticism that we get from others. So I think it's the most important thing if we want to grow in our role, or if we want to become better persons or better in our roles. So that's for our viewers. It's a tip from us, from Daniel, to accept criticisms for us to be better and to grow as well. All right. So if ever, guys, for our viewers, if you got questions, don't hesitate to drop off your questions in our comment box, and we will try to answer it later. All right. So for my next question for you, Daniel, if you're not a digital marketer, what would you have been, you think?
This is an interesting one for me because I actually was something else before as a digital marketer. I was a buyer, so I worked for retailers as a buyer. But if I wasn't a digital marketer right now, what would I be doing? I would love to be an artist if I had the ability to do so. I'm not sure. I'm not very good at the moment, but I'd love to do that if I could one day. So
I see. So maybe can you give us like what products are you be promoting or selling? Maybe.
yeah. Well, I suppose I could use my past. I worked in power tools, so selling drills and hammers and all that sort of stuff, and buying and selling and dealing with a lot of very big companies.
Uh-huh.
So it was good. It was fulfilling. So
All
yeah,
right. So I see. So if you're not a digital marketer right now, so maybe we are seeing you selling or buying things in the market right now.
yes,
All
that
right.
or an artist, one or the other.
Okay. So before we can you like give our viewers like some tips or advices for them to be inspired or for those who are thinking to be a digital marketers in the future? Can you give them some tips or advices?
Yeah, of course. I think the biggest thing, in my opinion, would be to focus on one specific area that you're interested in, and to try and master a lot of elements of that. So let's say, for example, if you're wanting to join a digital agency, you don't want to be trying to dabble in web development and Google ads and Facebook ads and various areas. It's best to focus on one and be very good at it. So the way I like to say it is, don't be a jack of all trades and master of none. It's best to be a master of one thing so that you can bring a very specific value. And then I think as well in the digital industry, it's if you don't ask, you don't get. And I think there'd be a lot of agencies that would be willing to take people on as volunteers to learn. If you want to learn more and want to learn in a business that's already operating, if you volunteered to help them without being paid, you might have a great opportunity to learn from some good people. So I think, yeah, I would definitely try and ask a lot of questions and contact a lot of people and see who can help you learn and who you can help.
Mhm. Okay, that is amazing, and I hope our to our viewers, I hope you catch the tips and advices from Daniel. If you are planning to be a digital marketer someday or near in the future, so I hope you're taking down notes right now. So I know that it will be a great help in the near future for you guys. So if you have questions right now, it would be better to drop off your questions right now in the comment box so Daniel can answer it right now. So we will wait for your questions for
Mm-hmm.
like minutes. So we can grab this opportunity, guys, to ask Daniel for your any questions, concerns, or if you're curious about anything about a digital or a life of a digital marketer, go and ask us a questions. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. So we will take advantage of this time, guys. So please comment down below if you have any questions. Okay, so I'm seeing one question from Jennifer has.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
she asked, in this pandemic, people need to do their jobs at home. So what are the big changes and adjustments you do related to your work and your daily routine?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's a bigger adjustment than most people realize. I think it's important in the early days, to separate your home life from your work life. So if you can have a designated area that you work in, that you don't have any distractions, and you have to be hard on yourself and make sure that you're not letting yourself be distracted by Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is that you want to look at the time. So I think that's a challenge that everyone goes through who works from home, and my advice would be to stick it out for a few months and let it become normal to you, and then yeah, you'd be all right.
Yeah, actually, and for me, it really takes a lot of discipline working from
Yes.
home versus in working in office, because as you have are you saying, there's a lot of distractions at home. So you have
Yeah.
your social media, you have your bed,
Yeah.
And a lot more distractions because you're at home. So it's really important to discipline yourself, guys, in working from home, and also uh like you should know your daily tasks so you will not miss a thing. So
Yeah.
do you have any more questions for our viewers before we end our session with Daniel? So I believe that Daniel is busy, but he's gracing us his presence right now. So we have to maximize it. All right. So here from Kim Oliver,
Mhm.
in your opinion, what should be the greatest asset of a digital marketer?
That's a good question. I think your greatest asset should be having a specific strength in a certain area. So, as I said before, it's no value to be mediocre at a lot of things. It's very good to be strong at one thing. So, I think the greatest asset of a digital marketer is for that specific person what their strongest skill set is and what they can bring to the table. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, that is noted. So I hope, Kim, that we have that Daniel answered your questions clearly. So we have like another question from
Mm-hmm.
Pauline. Do you have any recommended websites or courses to take to become a good digital marketer?
Yeah, I think not no official ones or university ones that I'm aware of, but I personally have used Udemy for a lot of things. I think Udemy is a great cost-effective way to learn from people that have a lot of experience and are very, very good at what they do. And that's evident in how many reviews and purchases they have. So if you're interested in a certain area, that's where I would go first if I wasn't already in the industry, I suppose.
Mm-hmm. I see that. So maybe for our last question for this session of ours for you, Danielle. So
Mhm.
this is a question from Mary Grace. So she would like to ask, what made you choose being a digital marketer out of all other fields?
Yeah, I think it's the bringing together of data and traditional marketing that I like, the creative side and the numbers side, that you only get good results if they work together. And I think that's what attracts me to that is finding ways to try and bring those two together and make good decisions and challenge yourself to think creatively, but also think logically at the same time, and making sure that you're making sound decisions on both sides. So that's personally what attracts me to it. And I think as well, there's never a dull moment. Every day is different. There's a new challenge. There's a new reward. So yeah, it's a great industry to work in.
Yeah, that's cool. So I hope there's a lot of people here viewing our live that gets really inspired or motivated because of that. So if guys, if you're starting or planning to become a digital marketer, so there's a lot of tips and advices that we can have during this session of ours. So thank you so much, Danielle, for
No
gracing
worries.
us your presence.
Thanks for having me.
Even though you're busy, no worries. So we are hoping that we will meet you again very
Yeah,
soon.
love
Yes,
to.
thank you so much. And do you have any more that you want to share or do you want to say to our viewers before we end our session with you?
No, just yeah, keep learning. That's probably my biggest advice. Keep learning every day, and you'll be better than you were yesterday. That's the biggest thing.
Yep, I agree. So keep learning. It's from a quote from Danielle. All right. Thank you so much and hope you will have a wonderful evening ahead, Danielle. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
See you.
Bye. All right. So I hope that you guys enjoyed our session with Daniel earlier. So just a quick break from this. So I will just be grabbing this opportunity to also let you know that Filta, we are having a lot of job opportunities right now. So actually we are urgently hiring for our for our administrative coordinator. So if you're interested or do you know a friend, you can recommend us or you can refer them to us. And actually, we have a referral program. So if you guys know someone or your friend, you can score 10K in every referral. So there is no limit. So slide to our career page at filtaglobal.com/careers for more information about our job openings there, and you can actually apply directly from there. So you can slide through our DMs, you can slide through our email at careers@filtaglobal.com. So wait, there's more. So we're still having another one, our second and last, but definitely not the least guest that we have right now. So before anything else, so I would like to present to you our second guest speaker for this segment of ours. So he is a digital copywriter of PixelRush. So without further ado, let us all welcome Doms.
Hi, hello. Hi,
Hi
Chanel.
Doms, how are you? How are you today?
I'm good. Just a little nervous.
Oh, it's okay. So are you did you join our FB live earlier with Daniel? Are you
Yeah, I was watching Daniel earlier, and I wonder what camera is he using because he looks so good compared to my setup right now.
Yeah, actually, same with me. It's a plain background, but yeah, it's
Yeah,
manageable, so it's okay. As long as
it,
our viewers can, as long as our viewers can hear us and see us clearly, it's okay. So,
it,
so before as we start our session with you, so may I just firstly ask, how do you start your day and how do you end it as a digital marketer?
for me as a digital marketer, of course, it's normal for us, especially for creatives like me, for writers out there and designers. We usually start our day with a cup of coffee. It's very normal to us, and of course, after brewing a cup, and what I do usually is I I read the task that was tasked to me, of course, and just like what Daniel said, it will be easy for you throughout the day if you know what you are going to work on. If you're very organized with the task at hand, it will help you, to accomplish more. And of course, ending it, I'd like to, because we write a lot of articles for a month, so I'd like at least for a day, I'd like to finish at least one, so I feel, very accomplished, or I know that accomplished something for today, and that would be really awesome for me. So to get me going for another day of writing for tomorrow. And after that, I'd like to, read for a while, for on Facebook, or watch something on YouTube, just to relax a bit before, doing other
Mhm.
things.
I see that, and I see that that's the most important part of your morning is drinking your coffee. I
Of course,
catch that, Doms.
yeah.
Yes. So, actually, Doms are I'm hearing like weird sounds from my
I'm
end.
sorry.
Maybe it's from your fan.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm sorry about that.
Sorry,
How
I'm
about
just
that?
worried that our viewers will not hear your tips and advices later on. So
I'm sorry.
it's good that I advise you this early. All right.
Is that okay?
Yep, all good. All right. So because it worries me that maybe they will not catch your inspirational quotes or maybe your advices later on. All right.
Definitely.
So for our next question for you. So what kind of copies do you enjoy writing?
Daniel said to me a while ago that he'll be watching me, so I'd like to say right now that I enjoy everything at at work. I enjoy every client, every project. So no,
Are you
just
conscious that Daniel is watching with us?
I think he's really watching right now. But kidding aside, I enjoy writing about topics that I can actually relate to. Say for example, we have a client who's a retailer of sunglasses. They're manufacturing sunglasses for cyclists, and I just got into cycling recently, so somehow I can relate to that topic. That way, if I can relate to a certain topic, it will be much more easier for me, and I'll be much more efficient when it comes to writing. Um, and for the list of favorite, I would say also the most challenging ones are the types of let's say projects that are about medicine, and they're very tricky to write about because there are a lot of claims that you really don't want to say directly because there are restrictions when it comes to those let's say product, let's say a supplement or something like that. There are claims that you cannot write about that product, and it's hard to work around those. So they're the list favorite of mine. But you have to, as a copywriter, you have to work your way around it, and at least you're writing, and if your writing is really your first love, you'll enjoy everything, like I said earlier.
Yep. So just so everyone knows, so for our new viewers there, so Doms is a digital copywriter for PixelRush as well. So he is working with Daniel. Is that right, Doms?
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. So for everyone's information, all right. So you have mentioned that your favorites and your least favorite in regards to your writing. So may I ask, so how do you deal with creative blocks, especially on a tight deadline, Doms?
That's a really hard phenomenon when it comes to us writers. Because writing, when you're in a writing slump and you have a deadline to beat, that's really challenging for us. But what
Yep.
I do is that I just continue writing, because personally I believe in the writer's muse. When you're in a writing slump and you're experiencing the writer's block, just continue writing, and it's a way of some sort of wooing or convincing the writer's muse of just to give you more inspiration, to give you more powers in writing. I totally believe that, and also I believe that input creates output. So if you're stuck with something, focus yourself with other things.
Hello?
Um,
Sorry,
Sorry,
is it just on my end?
hello.
Is Dom's having a technical problem or is it on my end? Oh, sorry. Sorry for that. Sorry. I think it's on my end. Sorry, Doms. I'm cutting you off. Can you hear
That's
me
okay.
now
That
clearly?
yeah, I
Sorry
can.
for that.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can totally hear you.
Sorry. Can you continue?
Yeah. Where am I? Yeah. I believe that input creates output. So when you're stuck with something, just focus yourself with other things first that you think can help you to power you up with your writing. Me personally, I visit I when I'm stuck with writing, I read other pieces of writing from other writers. So that's what I do to keep me going with my own writing. So that's one tip. One tip.
I see. So actually, to be honest, this is the first time that I am like asking or interviewing a writer. So actually, it's like I'm very curious about that phenomenon wherein writers have that creative block, or what are the things that you're doing. So I am amazed that you're like inspiring yourself or motivating yourself in a way that you're also reading others' work as well. So if there are writers that are watching right now, so if you didn't try it, maybe you can if you have experienced that creative block. So thank you so much, Dom, for that very helpful tip. So for our next question for you, Doms, what do you consider essentials for a copywriter?
Well, when it comes to material things, of course, you have to have your own laptop. and
I see.
your own internet, a very strong
Uh-huh.
internet, pens and papers. But when we're talking, if we're talking about characteristics, essential traits of a copywriter, I think um we must be a wide reader first before actually being a really good writer. There's a saying that I actually really love and I adhere to it. Is that a novelist read 1,000 books or novels first before he or she actually wrote her first novel. So that's the basic idea to it. And I just realized or learned a while ago that we when we were babies we learned how to read first before actually writing or any letter or write. So it's, I believe that it's part of our nature that if we want to be a writer, we have to be a really wide reader first. Just keep reading stuff, anything that would help you to really hone or shape your craft.
Mhm. Yeah, actually, I definitely agree. Like it's basic. We cannot give what we don't have. So it's really I see that it's really also important for writers for you to bring up on a masterpiece or your writings. So you have to really be knowledgeable about the topic that you will be writing. So I
Or
definitely agree. So you have mentioned that one of the essentials of a copywriter is a very strong internet connection. So, do you believe that we have that here in the Philippines?
We have a very long way to go, but I think I wouldn't say that we're getting there, but we hope we are.
Yeah, actually, I hope so too because right now I'm having technical difficulties. Okay, so for our next question, this is like a very personal one. So, for you, Doms, what's the toughest criticism you've received and how did you handle it?
Working in, in advertising and marketing, I've realized that there are only two types of criticisms that I've received. I mean, at least on my end, it's either I am criticized with my work, or I am criticized me as a writer. And the toughest one would be, when you're being criticized as yourself as a writer, because you don't want to take it really personally, because I've heard, I mean, someone said that I was really not that creative enough for the project, or I am not that good in writing. And that I wouldn't lie to you guys. I wouldn't lie to you that would really hurt your feelings personally. But you just have to um, take it. You don't have to forget it, but you could, but you can take it as a challenge, or you can
Definitely.
you can use it as a fuel, to shape or hone your craft more, improve your writing. And that's what I did. And until now, I'm still learning. I'm still a student of the game. So yeah.
Mhm. Yes, as I've Daniel and I mentioned earlier, so if you want to really grow in your role or in your career, you would need to really be accepting like criticisms from others because
Of
it
course.
will help you grow in your craft as well. So,
Yeah,
but it's given that it can be hurtful at times, but it can
yeah, of
make us.
course.
Yes, but it can make us grow and become stronger in our journey and our career. So, thank you so much on sharing your experience with us. So, do you have any tips or do you have any advice for aspiring or starter copywriting starters? Maybe we have right now in our viewers. So, do you have any tips to share?
For those who want to really pursue writing, I just want to say that, like I've said before, just continue writing, and but also do not forget reading a lot of materials. There are a lot of good pieces out there. So like Daniel said a while ago, be a sponge, absorb everything that you can learn, because those pieces of knowledge or nuggets of wisdom will ultimately help you hone your craft and improve your writing, and you can use it in the future. So just keep reading and writing, and um subscribe to a better internet.
Okay, maybe that's the most important one.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for that, Dom. So we're gonna open the floor for our viewers to ask you questions, so that we can maximize your time with us. So guys, if you have questions for Doms in relation to his experience or knowledge about digital marketing or copywriting, please don't hesitate to comment down so we can answer it right away. So I think we have questions earlier. So I will be looking at it. So we have a question from Joshua Karingal. So for copywriting, is there an advantage if one has a background in journalism?
That's a really good question. Can I phone a friend? No, just kidding.
Oh,
Um,
it's a
um,
challenging one, Joshua.
yeah, it's a very challenging question, but I think you really don't have to have background in journalism. I mean, personally, I believe that because there are a lot of writers, there are a lot of really good writers who didn't actually master or took they didn't take bachelor in mass comm or journalism. Actually, they're from completely different fields, but they're very successful in writing. So, if you think that writing is really your passion, yes, journalism will really help because it will help you, learn about the technicalities of writing, grammar and stuff. Um, but if you want to be a really good writing, just keep on writing and keep on absorbing knowledge from other writers. That will really help you to become a better copywriter someday.
Yep, I definitely agree with that. If you have a background in journalism, it will definitely help you. But if you don't have it, will not stop you as being
Yeah,
a writer. So we
definitely.
have another question from Mary Grace. So she said she would like to ask if you use any additional software to be effective with writing, especially in checking grammar errors, and any plagiarism software you think are effective also. Thank you, Mary Grace, for that question.
Um, that's a very challenging question again. Can I?
Again, I think we are like in a pageant of copywriters or digital marketers.
Yeah, thank you for that wonderful question, Mary Grace.
Next question, please. Joke.
But kidding aside, personally, I use when it comes to writing, I rely on the grammar or the grammar checker of Google Docs because I don't have enough funds for Grammarly yet. So so I rely on Google Docs, and of course I rely on myself too. Don't rely too much on those kinds of software to that those kinds of software will really help you, to check your grammar, but of course you have to rely yourself first. You have to, you have to have a very you have to have that eye for detail. So you have, and that comes with practice. So just continue practicing writing and criticizing your work and reading and editing it multiple times. So you can practice yourself with grammar checking. And when it comes to plagiarism software, I think there are a lot of others. There are a lot of websites on the internet that you can use, and I'm not very familiar with them, so I'm really sorry about that, Mary Grace.
But I think you as well answer Mary Grace questions clearly. So thank you again, Mary Grace, for your question. So we have a question from us. So why did you choose to be a copywriter for a digital agency instead of a publishing company or other type of writing companies?
I think my very first job as a copywriter really propelled me into, digital marketing because when after graduating when I was a fresh grad, I told myself that any writing career I would pursue, as long as I will be able to write and at the same time earn money for myself and for my family, that would be okay for me. And my first job was a really good jump off point, and it introduced me to the world of advertising and marketing. And then after 3 years on that particular job, I realized that I want to take the path of, of writing for brands, long form articles for clients. And so I came across, of course, Filta, and here I am now.
Yeah. So we're glad that we have you, Doms, especially here in our FB Live. So yeah, so I think we will proceed to our last question for this session of ours with you. So I saw a really great and interesting questions from our comment box. So this is from Andrea Maurice. So she says, as a writer, what topics or subjects usually get the people's attention? Is it necessary to follow the views of the readers, or is it better to just follow your own views or principles to send a statement? Hope my question makes sense. Thank you, Andrea. Okay, let's get it, Doms.
Thank you again, Andrea, for that very wonderful
Thank you for your
challenge.
wonderful questions, guys. This is so challenging in Dom's end.
Hello, am
Okay.
I?
No, I think it's from my end again. So sorry for my internet connection.
I told you
Okay.
guys, tip number one: subscribe to a better internet.
I'm so sorry for that. Okay, Doms. The floor is yours.
Um, Again, I personally think that that question would really fit with when it comes would how would I say this? It would really fit for those who want to write about their personal thoughts, because when it comes to writing for clients, you can't really send your own statement. You're when you're working as a copywriter and you're writing for products, brands, and such. You really don't have your own take, but you can have your own style in writing. But you can't have your own statement. And I think if you're writing a blog, that would be really if you're writing a blog, it would be helpful for you more if you create or write your own statement, because that way you'll have um, you're different from others. But if we're talking about copywriting, I think you can have your own statement, but you can have your own style. And developing a very unique style of writing is also an important part of any writing career, whether it's digital marketing or novel writing or such. I hope I answered your question, Andrea.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Doms. And thank you, Andre, again for your questions. I hope Doms clearly answered your question. All right. So that's about it. So thank you so much for answering those questions, Doms. And I believe that our viewers have a lot of knowledge that is gained from this session of ours. So for the aspiring copywriters or writers that are watching right now, so we hope that this segment of ours help you. So, do you have any more that you want to share to our viewers, Doms, before we end our session with you?
I just want to say for all the aspiring writers or aspiring copywriters out there, I just want to let you know that I've been there in that position, and I just hope that you continue writing, even though that is not the career that will really help your own personal lives or your family. even though you pursue other career, but if you think that your writing is really your passion, just continue writing. And because writing is very important, especially during challenging times, because it keeps writing keeps us sane. And if you want to pursue a career in digital marketing as a copywriter, just continue reading stuff about it and writing stuff about it, and you'll realize that every day you learn, every day you are getting better. So just continue your passion.
Mm-hmm. All right. Again, thank you so much, Doms, for your tips, advices, and inspirational quotes that you shared with all of us. So I hope that we can again see you next time. And thank you so much for gracing us your presence in our FB Live for today.
Thanks
And
for
I
having me too.
sure, and I hope that you have a wonderful evening ahead of you.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so
Have a
much,
great
Dom.
one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, so that's a wrap. Again, thank you so much for staying and watching this FB Live of ours. And I believe that you guys have gained a lot of knowledge, tips, and I believe and I hope that you guys get motivated and inspired after this FB Live of ours. So if you guys uh are you like inspired or motivated, so you can share our stream so that your friends can also have a knowledge that you have gained from this live. So before we end, I would just like to grab this opportunity to present our job openings right now. So we have a lot of openings as well as for the digital marketers out there. So we are looking for our SEO and SEM specialists, paid search specialists, Facebook ads managers, and UX UI designers. So if ever guys that you are interested or you have anyone that you know that you would like to refer, just send us a DM through this page, and also you can email us at careers@filtaglobal.com, and also you can visit us on our career page at filtaglobal.com/careers to know our every openings right now, and also the job descriptions are there. You can directly apply to us from our career page. So for the e-certificate details, please see the comment below. We will pin the details in our comment box. So there's the link that will direct you to the e-certificate that we will provide after this live again. So again, thank you so much for staying with me through this FB live, and I hope that that we will meet again soon for our next FB live sessions. And kindly follow us on our social media sites here on FB, Instagram, and even TikTok to be updated on our latest job opportunities as well for our next events. Again, thank you so much and have a great afternoon ahead, guys. Thank you. Bye.